Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to tell you a story that stays quiet, but hits hard. Steve has been sitting in front of his computer for a long time. Long enough for the glow of the screen to stop feeling useful and start feeling accusatory. The apartment around him is small and quiet. A desk crowded with sticky notes, an open laptop, a half-eaten takeout box going cold. The city outside the window is alive, but it feels far away. On the screen, an email waits, a follow-up, an interview reschedule. Something simple that would take less than a minute to send. Steve types a sentence, stops, deletes it, types again. The cursor blinks. He exhales, the kind of breath that comes from holding too much in for too long. The phone beside the keyboard vibrates. He doesn't look at it. It vibrates again. Same number. Unknown. Voicemail. Steve ignores it. He's good at that. Ignoring things until they lose their urgency. Or until he does. The phone vibrates a third time. He glances down despite himself and taps the voicemail. A voice begins to play. It says his name. And for a moment, Steve forgets how to breathe. It's his father's voice. Not loud, not angry, just steady. The voice tells him that if this message finally reached him, it means he's ready to listen. That whatever defenses he's been hiding behind have finally worn thin. Steve whispers no to an empty room and ends the message like he's shutting off a fire alarm. The laptop fan keeps running. The room feels smaller. Another buzz. A text message appears from the same unknown number. You can't outrun unfinished words. Steve stands up abruptly, restless, like he wants to walk out of his own life. He goes to the kitchen and pours himself a glass of water. His hands shake just enough to notice. He drinks too fast. The phone vibrates again. This time, it's an email. The subject line reads, "Voice patch, beta access approved." Steve frowns. He doesn't remember signing up for anything like this. He opens it. The interface is clean, minimal, almost gentle. One button sits in the center of the screen. Play last unsent. Below it, a warning. This service reconstructs messages that were never delivered. Accuracy depends on your honesty. Steve lets out a dry laugh. Honesty? That's new. He taps the button. The voice returns. It's his father again. The message says, "If you're hearing this, then you finally stop pretending you're fine." Steve's throat tightens. His fingers dig into the kitchen counter. The voice continues. It says his father never needed him to win, never needed him to be impressive. He just needed him to admit when he was scared. Steve ends the message again, abruptly. The screen flashes. Message incomplete. Provide truth to continue. A single question appears. What did you never say? Steve stares at it like it's a trap. Back in the living room, he sits in front of the computer again. The unsent email still waits for him. He types an answer into the phone. "I was busy." The screen rejects it. Not true enough. Steve scoffs. He tries again. "I didn't call because I didn't know what to say." This time, the system accepts it. A progress bar appears. 2% recovered. The message resumes. His father's voice talks about how, when Steve was younger, he used to run to him with everything. Every small fear. Every problem. Every win. Then one day, he stopped. The voice says Steve learned to carry storms alone and mistook that for strength. That love was never conditional. Steve just believed it was. A notification appears. Next message, available, Mom. Steve hesitates before pressing play. His mother's voice fills the room. She says she knows Steve believes his silence protects people, that staying quiet feels safer than disappointing them. She tells him silence doesn't protect anyone, it just delays pain until it grows teeth. The system interrupts again. Truth required. What are you afraid will happen if you fail? Steve types, they'll stop respecting me. Rejected. He tries again. They'll stop loving me. Accepted. 6% recovered. The message resumes. His mother tells him he's not a machine, that he shouldn't have to earn rest, that exhaustion is not proof of worth. Steve lets out a short, broken laugh. He admits quietly that he doesn't know how to stop. She tells him to start with one honest sentence. The screen changes. Send one sentence to someone living. A contact list appears. A recruiter's name. A best friend. And then a name that makes Steve pause. Sarah. He doesn't remember adding her. He taps the name. A photo loads. Old, warm, familiar. A smile he hasn't seen in years. He scrolls. The conversation stops suddenly in the past. Her last message reads, "Did I do something wrong?" Steve realizes something he's never said out loud. He didn't drift away. He ghosted her. The system asks why. He types, "I was busy." Rejected instantly. He swallows and types again. "Because she saw me clearly and I hated what she saw." Accepted. 15% recovered. A new message plays. It's his own voice, reconstructed. It says he doesn't know how to be loved without performing. That when someone sees him without the armor, he panics. That Sarah made him feel exposed in a way he didn't know how to survive. 2 buttons appear. SEND. Don't send. Steve's thumb hovers. He doesn't press either. Later in the bathroom, he splashes water on his face and stares at his reflection. Red eyes, tired posture. The phone vibrates. Recovery halted. Action required. Steve understands the deal now. Closure only comes if he stops being a coward. Back in the living room, he sits down again and types a sentence. Deletes it. Types another. Deletes that too. Finally, he writes, "I disappeared because I was scared you'd stay, and I didn't feel worthy of that." He stares at it. Then he sends it. The phone vibrates softly. 42% recovered. His father's voice returns one last time. It says, "Good. Not perfect, just honest." A new message becomes available. Final message. You. Steve presses play. It's his voice again. Older, quieter. It says that if he's listening, it means he finally admitted he's lonely. That loneliness isn't a flaw. It's a signal. It tells him he doesn't need a perfect title. That pressure isn't purpose. That exhaustion isn't ambition. The system asks its final question. What do you actually want? Steve takes his time. Then he types, "To build a life where I don't have to earn my place in it." 80% recovered. The message finishes. The app asks if he wants to delete voice patch or keep it. Steve doesn't delete it. He just turns off the notifications. Not because he's avoiding anymore, because he's done running. He returns to the laptop, rewrites the interview email calmly, sends it. His phone lights up again. This time, a real message. Sarah replies. She says she's glad he said it, that she doesn't hate him, that she just doesn't want him to disappear again. Steve replies that he won't. Not like that. Morning comes. Steve walks outside with coffee in hand. The city moves around him like it always has. His phone vibrates once, a calendar invite, confirmed. He exhales. For the first time in a long while, his shoulders aren't trying to touch his ears. He steps forward with the light. Moral. Most people don't avoid effort. They avoid honesty, they answer emails, they meet deadlines. They keep moving. But the hardest messages are the ones that ask us to admit what we're afraid of losing. Silence feels safe, until it costs more than truth. Healing doesn't begin when life gets easier. It begins when we stop performing and let ourselves be seen. Sometimes the last 2%, the part we keep avoiding, is the part that finally sets us free. Thank you for listening. If this story meant something to you, please like the video, share it with someone who might need it, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.